This is Michel Leviathan Sorbet and this is a new episode of Wojennik TV. Today a new unboxing of another title which was successfully funded on Kickstarter. This will be the unboxing of King Arthur's Vortex Chess, a game by Marcin Malinowski, published by Fenix Games in 2020. The initial amount which the author and the company wanted to gather for this project was £999. It closed with an amount of nearly £1,400, so this is not a big project, this was not a big Kickstarter hit, but it was a project successfully funded. And because this is a game of a Polish author, I am very pleased to present you this game on Wojennik TV. The game, as you might expect, is a variation about chess, but this is a version of chess in which we will be battling in a mystical setting for Camelot. One of the players will take control of an army led by Merlin, the second one will take control of a big force led by Mordred up lot. So this will be a battle for Camelot, using some of chess rules but with many other variations. This game is for 2 players. The time of play will be somewhere around 30 minutes and the minimum age of the player will be 13 years old. Today I'd like to open the box of this game with you. I'd like to take a look at all the components and to give you my initial thoughts, my initial feelings about this game. So let's check how the elements of King Arthur's Vortex Chess look. Here is the box of King Arthur's Vortex Chess, a game by Marcin Malinowski, published by Fenix and in cooperation with Wordforge Games. As you can see, the box cover representing Merlin, as I suppose, or a knight or other mystical warrior. On the back side of the box, a short description about the game, also a list of the components which are inside the box, and a possibility to take a look at the elements which are inside. The information about the time of play, which will be somewhere around 30 minutes, and the information that this is a game for 2 players aged 12 or higher. Let's now take a look inside and let's check the elements of this game. The first one is the rulebook. The rulebook with the same artwork on the cover. A rulebook which is 22 pages long, but using a big font. The first pages are some additional information. We have the credits. Then we have also an introduction which tells us what the setting is all about. So we have a description of the siege of Camelot. And as you can see, the font used in this rulebook is chosen in such a way to cope with the theme. So it is a mystical or a medieval font chosen. Quite nice. It's not very hard to read, so gladly this will not be a complication when learning the game. Then the components, as you can see, a description of all of those elements. So we'll get the rulebook, 1 board, 4 stone cards, action cards, 1 special die, element cards, plastic stands, and also minion cards, which will be our army. The objective of the game, the basic rules, because the game is divided into basic rules and advanced rules. Then information about how to set up the game, how to determine initiative, what are the elements, how the structure of a turn looks, then how fight is resolved, and then the advanced rules governing, for instance, rolling the dice, the action phase spells, the minion skills, special cards, and here a description of all the special cards which are inside of all the units which will be used. Finally, also some additional credits and the index which will allow us to find rapidly the information needed during the game. Now, as you can see, the rulebook is in color. It is printed on a paper of relatively good quality. We have some colored fragments. The rulebook is divided into sections, so the information are quite easy to learn, so quite easy to find. I believe this will be a high quality rulebook. I hope so. I'll give you more information about it after playing the game. Then we have the board, which will represent the battlefield on which our minions, our forces will be placed, moved, and where we will be battling for Camelot. Now, as you can see, this is a mounted board, which represents Albion, and which is divided thanks to a hexagonal grid onto different spaces. We have the board, we have the central part of the game board, which represents Camelot, as I suppose. We have also some over terrain features. We have some crop fields. We have some forests. We have some mountains, some misty terrains, some lakes. So a lot of different terrain feature up here. We receive stands of two different colors, green ones and white ones, which will be used in order to put units inside them. Now let's take a look at one of those stands, because I'm quite interested to see if it will be easy to enter those cards inside, and I see that it will be quite easy. Well, I have already seen games using stands which are very hard to use, which are so tight that it's difficult to enter cards inside. Those ones are good, of a good quality. They will enable us to enter those cards and to exit them quite easily. We receive two playing dice, one with Merlin and the second one with the second mage. So those are six-sided dice which will be used to determine some random elements during the game. We receive also two decks of cards, and those will represent your minions, those will represent actions, those will represent stones. Now this is one of the armies. As you can see, those cards are printed on a shining material with a shining surface. As you can see, they are not very flat. They are bended in such a way. Not a big issue, but if we put them inside the stands, they will not be standing upright. So I hope that they won't be bending more than now. Some different stats on those cards with the name of the unit. Here we have the mage Mordred up lot, Merlin Ambrosius, some knights. Then we have also barbarians. We have dragons, cavalry units, catapults, castles, archers, stolems. So a lot of different units. All of them will have unique abilities. Additional cards. Here we have the stone cards. We have also some over element cards and action cards. Now those cards, let's also take a look at the second stack. Those cards, as I said, are printed on a material which makes them quite shiny. And at the same time, those cards are sticked one to another. So take a closer look and you can even hear the sound of cards separated one from another. So that's not a good thing, because we risk to damage some of them while separating one from another. All right, so no big problems, not damage that I can see, but this is a small issue. I believe that this surface is a little bit too sticky. So this reminds me, for instance, all the collectible card games like Rage, where this issue was sometimes present in some booster packs. I hope that I won't damage any cards while separating them one from another. Here we have some different actions. Look at this. This is a stack of cards also which needs to be separated. So we get those action cards on which we have 3 different possible actions, and additionally, as I suppose, we will be able to use the backside of the card in order to move one of our units. And we get a lot of those action cards. They will be used during the game in order to move our units, in order to attack, in order to influence also the outcome of battles. And this is it when it comes to the content of King Arthur's Vortex chess. Now I'd like to invite you to my initial thoughts about this box. King Arthur's Vortex Chess is a game of a Polish author. At the same time, it is a small project. But this is okay, because on Wojennik TV we do not want only to talk about big projects, about big games. We want also to promote Polish authors, Polish companies, and interesting projects. And King Arthur's Vortex Chess is such an interesting project by a Polish author. I like chess. I used to play chess very actively in my childhood. I even participated in official tournaments. I still play chess from time to time. So this crossover between classical chess and this mystical world where we will be battling for Camelot, incarnating Merlin or Mordred, was something which really intrigued me, and I wanted to give this game a shot. The quality of the components which are inside the box of King Arthur's Vortex Chess is adequate to the price that we paid for the game. It's not a very high standard quality game, but at the same time I believe that those elements are really functional. After taking a look at the cards, I believe that the symbols used are quite easy to read. I think that the rulebook is also a rulebook which is well written, which will be quite easy to grasp. I like the fact that we have both basic and advanced rules, so while playing this game, while learning it, we will be able to start by the simpler rules and then to enhance our playing experience using the advanced ones. I like always such an approach. I'll present you this game in a future review. Up until then, I invite you to take a look at our other videos. We have some other unboxings, but also reviews in English. And this was the unboxing of King Arthur's Vortex Chess, published by Fenix Games. I hope that you will revisit our YouTube channel in some time. You can take also a look at our Facebook and Instagram accounts, and you even can support our channel by becoming our patron using the Patronite webpage. Have a terrific day and see you next time.